Did you see that? You're watching Dallas. Wes Parmalee, old Jock Ewing. I don't believe a word of it. He looks nothing like him. I mean, the eyebrows are different. What? Good. Oh, hi. Shouldn't you be in South Fork? I've not just seen you there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think we've been in.
I'm Wogan, sir. Terry Wogan.
You're Terry Wogan.
Yes, gosh, it's great to see you. Thank you.
Have some money.
Thanks a lot, I will. Yes. That's really tremendous.
Oh, you're the guy that we came to see.
God, nobody tells me
It's
anything,
been
you know.
so long.
If I had known you were coming, I'd have ordered another sausage roll from the camp. Did you bring that love?
Excuse me, I think you'd have something, Mr. Hagman.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Here you go.
Very much.
He thinks he's very rich.
Good to see. Well, look, I'll tell you what, if you're going to come on the show, let me go and warm up the audience, and we'll have you on in a moment. Gosh, it's great to see you folks.
Hi, Terry.
Hi.
You're taller
Than who?
than I thought you were.
Oh,
Me, that's true. And I got my high heels on.
Yeah, so me too.
It's funny, your ears are funny. You're adorable, absolutely.
This is the first time you really actually met
never
face to face.
Via satellite
Great
only.
to see you both.
You're
We'll
gorgeous.
talk
You're
in a moment.
adorable.
Okay.
Right, all right, goodbye.
Should we go on off this way?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'll warm them up.
Okay,
Because you know what they're like. They're a funny crowd. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. The compliments of the season to you, my people. And a very happy Christmas. Christmas Eve is a night of hustle and bustle, of stuffing the bird and wrapping the presents, of fixing the Christmas tree lights that have gone out again, of keeping Granny off the port and lemon until Christmas Day, and getting ready for Santa Claus. However, now's the time to hold the panic down to a dull roar, because we've got a very special Christmas Eve show for you. You've just seen Dallas, as always, a veritable maelstrom of emotional carnage. We've had 8 years of it. 8 years of skin and hair flying in all directions. The shootings of J.R. and Bobby. The changing faces of Digger Barnes and Miss Ellie. Cliff's hysteria. Sue Ellen's little bottle. Pammy's dream. Bobby's resurrection. And now, of course, Jock's comeback from the dead. Looking anything but himself. It's more than flesh and blood can stand, but through it all, one man stands tall. Constant. Unyielding. A man whose name is a watchword in the oil business for decency, probity, and fair dealing. The star of the oil baron's ball, the king of the Stetson. A good old Texas boy, John Ross Ewing, Jr., otherwise known as Larry Hagman. How do you do, sir?
Terrence, how good to see you, sir.
Yet again. Yes. You got the saddlebags with you.
Yes. Always carry my money in something sturdy, you know.
Yes. And the boots, and the cowboy boots.
Yes, trademarks.
Everything. Were you wearing those at the oil baron's ball? Do you wear
sure.
boots at the oil
Oh,
baron's?
yeah, you always wear them at the oil baron's ball.
Yeah.
Cattle barons, too.
First time we met was about 6 years ago, wasn't it? About 1980.
That long. Your first show.
It was, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I feel responsible for that somehow.
Look, can we take a stroll down memory lane before we start? Why don't we go back and have a look at how it all started all those years ago?
Well, there's some light left. I'd like to show Pamela our little house.
There's plenty of time for that, J.R. Let's just get to know each other first.
Yeah, I always get to know people best one-to-one. You know, you will excuse us.
Excuse me, please.
It's getting a bit chilly out. I think we ought to get some warm clothes on.
I think this is all so exciting. Don't you, Sue Ellen?
Weddings always are, aren't they?
You see, we think nothing has changed about it, but lots has changed. South Fork looked different, didn't it?
It was a different South Fork, that's why, yeah.
Well, I'd forgotten about Charlie and Tilton's chest as well.
Well, I haven't.
And all the money and the mistresses that JR has been through.
I love it, yeah.
Do you think he's a successful businessman? I mean, it seems to me, if you really tot up how he's done, he's probably lost Ewing's millions.
Absolutely. A couple of years ago, we figured out that he'd lost over $60 million in the last 6 years. About $1 million. Really? I mean, that's what we can... Taxable dollars. I don't know how much untaxable dollars.
How much have you had to do with turning him into the kind of character that he was? Was he always supposed to be like that?
Well, everybody was supposed to be like that originally in the show. Mama had a lot of problems, and Daddy, and everybody was on the take and fooling around and so forth, but it kind of filtered down to me.
Little old you.
Yeah. Lucky.
What do you think makes a good soap opera?
Family. Things about the family. People like it. They like it in China, they like it in Germany, they like it in Italy, and every place.
But nobody's family is like your family.
Oh, yes, they are. In Texas, they are, that's for damn sure.
Well, you were born in Texas,
Yeah,
weren't you?
uh-huh.
And your mother as well, the
Sure.
famous Mary Martin. So what were you like as a child?
Oh, honest, truthful, reverent. True, I was.
We've actually got a caption of you. There you are.
Ugly little bugger, isn't he?
Did you not have, you were born in Texas, you don't want to be a cowboy?
Yes, I did. And then I found out that cowboys dig ditches and cesspools and bale hay and never get to ride a horse. They're just, workers. I figured there's a better way of making a buck than doing that.
And was your dad, Mr. Hagman, was he in the oil business?
No. Well, he was a lawyer, and he worked for a bunch of oil men, and that's where I got my experience, from observing their shenanigans.
You model yourself on anybody in particular?
Sure do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you
No
never-
names.
no names, no.
They're still alive, a bunch of them.
And of course, Mary Martin, your mother, a very famous Broadway star and a film star as well. Was that difficult for you to accept being the son of a famous mother?
Well, I don't know. I didn't have anything to compare it to. I mean, I'd always been the son of a famous mother. Now, my children have that problem.
Did your mother make you tread the boards?
Well, no, she wanted me to. She wanted me to be in the theater, but I wanted to be a veterinarian and a cowboy and a fireman and all the things you want to do when you're a kid. But finally, I did that. I did my baling of hay and my cesspool digging and then putting up wire and stuff like that. And honestly, there's no better way of making a living than being an actor, a successful actor. Yeah. It's a license to steal. It really is.
Do you remember your first stage appearance?
Mm-hmm. Well, I do. I was about 5, and I was playing the woodsman in the
Goldilocks.
It's the Goldilocks and the Big
Three
Bad.
Bears,
yeah,
yeah.
right. No. It was the one with the wolf. Going to get Grandma.
Red Riding Hood.
Red Riding Hood, yeah.
Hood,
And I played the woodsman that was going to say. And I came out on stage, and I had a little axe, little dull axe, and I balanced it on my nose, and I didn't say any of the lines, like I sometimes don't now. And everybody got a Hershey bar, a candy bar at the end of the performance, except me. And yeah, really. And because I didn't do anything they told me to. And now it's paid off, and they pay me more than Hershey bars, I'll tell you that right now.
Your first time in England, I think it was around about 1950 or 51, you came across with your mother to do South Pacific,
Yeah.
which she was the big star. I mean, we've got a picture, actually, of you.
Yeah?
You're there somewhere. Which one is you?
The skinny one in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On the
right
right.
between Luther Billis and Mother, not the one down below, but
I
the one
see
in
you.
the back.
Yeah.
The
You
good-looking one.
Yeah. You cut a swathe through the ladies then, didn't you?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they were just starved for affection.
And you met your wife-to-be here.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Was she working here? Or
She was in the rag trade. She was a designer, and she'd never met an American before, and I was the first one she ever met. And, well, obviously, she liked him.
Yeah.
32 years. We had our 32nd anniversary 3 days ago. That's pretty good. I was producing and directing shows for the American Air Force, and acting in them, everything. And we were up at a place called Birdrip Park, which was a hospital unit there. And we'd done our show. It was my birthday. I think it was my 23rd birthday or something. And she had borrowed a car to come up and pick me up, and we were going to go to a theater that night. And it was raining, as it does over here occasionally. And I took over, and I drove, and I took the wrong turn, and I went into a tank maneuvering area. And we went up to our hubcaps, or wire wheels in those days, in mud. And we were stuck there for about 3 hours while she went and got somebody. But before she did, I said, listen, this is silly. We've got to get married. And she said, okay, wonderful. I was hoping you would ask. I thought you would never ask. And we did. And then I sent her off to get the guy with the tractor to pull us off.
Is that true? Because your wife's in the front row, mine's in the front row.
Really?
Is that true?
It was a lie. Sorry, I never...
Well, we'll continue to dredge up your unsavory past. You went back to America and you took part in a very, very successful television series there called I Dream of Jeannie.
Yes?
Yeah. We've got a little shot of a younger Hagman here.
Master?
What is...
Master, I have the most exciting surprise for you.
I thought you were out touring the island with Mr. Vanderhaven.
You now own the most beautiful beach in Oahu.
No, Wahoo.
And you are going to build a beautiful home there and sit under the palm trees and eat the coconuts as they fall.
Jeannie, I told you, whenever I wanted land, I'd buy it myself.
Oh, but you do not have to buy it, Master. This land does not cost anything.
How'd you get it?
Oh, I was very clever.
How'd you get it?
I was much smarter than Mr. Vanderhaven, and he is the richest man in the whole world.
How'd you get it?
All I had to do was to give him my sheriff, and he gave me that.
2 acres of sand for a jewel worth $500,000?
I have really done it this time, have I not, Master?
You sure have.
But the years have been kind to you, haven't they?
Yes?
Yes, I mean, you don't look a day older.
You Irish.
Do you miss being a comedy actor?
Well, I consider myself a comedy actor now. Some of the things we do on Dallas are pretty funny, if you ask me.
It's now seen worldwide, Dallas. You get feedback from weird places.
Oh, yeah, sure. And Japanese and Chinese and Italian. I'm very good in Italian.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm better in Italian than I am in English, let me tell you.
What do you like in Italian?
Oh, he's a wonderful guy. He's got a great voice. And he does Mastriani and those kind of, he's really good. And he makes it so important.
Yeah. Can you, you've watched it? I mean,
Yeah.
how does he sound?
He sounds romantic, important. He talks like that. Oh, it's wonderful.
And the Japanese, have you seen yourself in
Oh, yeah! That's what I sound like over there. I like that, too. That's macho.
That's pretty much,
Yeah.
Well, Larry, don't go, for goodness sake.
I'm not going. You haven't paid me yet.
Money, eh? Now, my other guest, he thinks he's going to get money for this. My other guest on our Christmas Eve extravaganza has had more than her share of suffering. She's been in and out of love, in and out of jail, in and out of the sanatorium, and let's face it, in and out of the bottle. More than anything else, she's been in and out of the hairdressers. Ladies and gentlemen, Sue Ellen Ewing, also known as Linda Gray. Oh, you look terrific.
Thank you. I hadn't realized I had been to the hairdresser so many times. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, but you look good, and tonight you look terrific. You seem to have suffered terribly at Sue Ellen, don't you? It's permanent suffering. What else can happen to that poor girl?
I hope everything. I'm having the best time of my life. No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wonderful that one can survive all of that, but I think as an actress, I would be bored to death if I had to be nice for 9 years.
Yeah,
Bore me.
whenever she's in trouble, though, she either goes to the bottle or she has an affair.
Doesn't everybody?
Now, those seem to be the two storylines that the writers have chosen for me. It's written by men, produced by men, and men seem to be the focal point. So when I think of a woman, they think a woman does one of two things when she has a bit of trouble.
Drinks or has an affair.
She drinks or has an affair. So I kept saying to them, excuse me, but this is 1986, you know, other things do happen.
So you've really put the
So
foot
I
down
said
about
no.
the drinking.
Yes, I did.
What about the affair stuff?
Well, that's all right, I suppose. I mean, no, because I just got tired of the storyline. I said, that's enough of all of that. So.
Do you think the worm is turning? I mean, she's now into the saucy undies, isn't she? The naughty...
Into the what?
Naughty knickers.
Naughty
Valentine's
knickers, I
naughty
love it.
knickers. That's what she's into, isn't it?
I love it. I love it. It's about time that she had a little bit of her own life, as opposed to, you know, always waiting for him to...
Do you think she's going to turn the tables?
Well,
Can she outwit?
Well, I think it's time for Mr. Ewing to have a Mrs. Ewing that's equally as powerful and as conniving and as rich. And I think it's that time.
The tables are going
Are
to be
you ready
turned.
for that?
Sure. I know where it's going to end up anyhow.
He's a cocky devil, isn't he?
Why would you say that?
There's something about his demeanor. I mean, what was he like when you started the series? I mean, how did he treat you to begin with?
The very first time that Larry and I worked together, we had a scene to do, and I was supposed to hold up a black teddy and sort of turning him on, and he looked at me, he says, well, take it back to the store and, you know, take it back because it isn't working. And that was our very first scene as Mr. and Mrs. J.R. Ewing in the miniseries. So when we finished the scene, it was about 8 o'clock at night, and we had worked all day long, and we were just finished, and he looked at me and he said, that was terrible. You were terrible. You were absolutely awful, and you must work on it because it's the first time that the network will see us as Mr. and Mrs. Ewing, and you were awful. And I remember he drove me back to the hotel, and I was just sitting there quietly sobbing, thinking, oh my God, I was awful.
Cruel swine.
Cruel, terrible. So I got over that, and I thought, well, I'll be better. I'll be a better actress. I will do everything, and I'm just going to be better. And so there. And about 7 years later, I reminded him of this story, and I said, Larry, did you really mean that? He said, no, I just wanted you to know who was boss.
So,
But see, I must tell you that in his defense, that he did it with love and a great deal of concern and a little devilish look in his eye, so I forgave him instantly.
you never know what he's thinking. I mean, Larry Hagman, you never know what he's thinking, not to mind J.R.
Yeah.
And J.R., I think, has begun to take you over, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, it's a little schizophrenic now and then, sure.
How did you feel about working with Linda? Was that what was behind it, or did you really want
No, she's come a long way. I'm so proud.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Oh, she's marvelous, and she was then. She just needed a little push, you know.
See?
Yeah.
Off screen as
Well,
well
look
as
what
on
it's done. I mean, here she is. She wasn't even on the crawl. She only said, anybody want some coffee? And that was it. That was it. And now she has 3 or 4 more words a show. But we do a lot of eyes. Lots of eyes.
Lots of eyes stuff
yes,
goes
lots
on.
of eyes and lots of risque underwear. We've just done a couple of scenes where she's almost
Course.
modeling one of those herself.
Well, almost, yes.
And not too shabby.
You came into acting late, didn't you? You were in your late 20s before you decided to act.
Yes.
Why?
Well, because it was not accepted. You know, I was raised in a very strict, very traditional home where, you know, women were brought up. It was acceptable for me to be a doctor or a lawyer, somebody professional like that. But it wasn't accepted to go to your parents and say, I want to become an actress.
We have a picture of you that your mother has sent a
no.
secret.
Oh, my
God!
And we also
My mother sent it to you?
yeah, we
Oh, I
also
love
have a
it. It's
picture of which
great.
she is inordinately proud of your graduation.
Oh, no.
Oh no, it's
That's
far from terrible.
I love it.
Oh, my,
We were
oh,
asked-
thank God my hair's changed.
We were asking Larry. I was asking Larry about his first acting role. What was yours?
I think I was the Virgin Mary about 12 times in Catholic school, and then I was a daisy.
Boy, you sure have changed that.
It's typecasting, darling. I did. I was the Virgin Mary, then I was Daisy, and I did all of these strange things.
And
in
then
high
you got
school.
you got into television.
Yes, I did theater and in college, and then I gradually, I snuck in the back door because I knew my family wouldn't approve of it. So I did hundreds of commercials, and that was accepted. And then I kind of really snuck in and did a bit of acting.
And also, of course, you've directed a couple of episodes.
Yes, I have.
haven't you? How is she as a director?
Dynamite. Dynamite.
Thank
Really?
you.
No.
And so is
She's
he.
got it. I taught her everything she knows.
See, I'm a perfect student. He did. At first they didn't, this is an attribute to Mr. Hagman, because they didn't want me to direct. And one of the famous lines was, they said, we can't let her direct. That devastated me. So Larry came to my defense and said, what do you mean we can't let her direct? Yes, we can. So he was very instrumental in making that become a reality.
He's the big man behind it, isn't he? Because we
Not a bit of it. It's a family affair. We all get along and we all make the same decisions. It's just some of us make more decisions than others.
You cracked the old whip, didn't you, about bringing back Bobby?
Well, no, not at all. My whole modus operandi was to get the show back to where it was a year ago.
Because it had slumped in the ratings.
Well, no, not because it had slumped in the ratings, because there wasn't any fun anymore. I mean, the ratings can come and go, but if there's no fun, no sense in doing it. Ratings do have a little something to do with it, I suppose, but no, I wanted the show to be successful and fun, and that's where I encouraged people to make the right decisions.
Were you happy with that dream sequence? Because I don't know about the American public, but the British public had somewhat difficulties accepting the fact that the previous series that they'd seen had all been a dream.
Well, I didn't mind, because I think that all the people that criticized, I said, all right, what would you have done? I mean, would you have had him come out of plastic surgery as somebody else, or what would you have done?
Well, everybody
or
comes out of plastic surgery.
Somebody else's brother, or
Yeah.
And he needed to come back as Bobby Ewing. So how else can you do it? I mean, when you think about all the alternatives, there aren't very many.
Well, and then you'd had to have kept the storyline that we'd established for that whole year going with all those other people. It'd been very difficult to make it work, so it was a dream sequence.
So we had a
Anyhow,
dream.
it's worked, and it's like Mama went away and she came back, and Bobby went away and he came back.
And Daddy went away and he's come back.
Daddy went away and he ain't coming back.
Now, we've a little surprise for you, because here is a large screen, and occasionally, when we can't get the likes of you to come and join us in London, we talk by satellite to people in L.A. And I'm pleased to say that we have
Hey,
here
that's my boy.
J.R. Ewing Jr. Jr.
Hey.
Yes, this is Omri Katz, ladies and
Merry
gentlemen, who
Christmas,
plays John
Mama.
Ross.
Is this live?
Yes.
Oh, we could sing?
Hey,
Really?
Omri, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi.
Have you got a message for your mum and dad here?
Yeah. Well, do I? No, I don't think so.
Read the
What
monitor.
are you guys doing?
You need the script.
Yeah. Hey, listen, what should they bring you back from England?
Their love.
Hey, good answer. Good answer,
Merry
now.
Christmas.
You got that, cutie.
Merry Christmas.
He's such a great guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
So, guys, what are you doing there?
We're over here eating good food and drinking good whiskey and looking at pretty women. Boy, I'll tell you, it's wonderful. You just follow in your daddy's footsteps. You'll be happy, man.
Omri, I brought my son with me. He's here tonight. My real son.
He is?
He's here, yes?
Yeah. It's difficult for Omri because he's talking to nothing.
Oh, he doesn't see us?
He doesn't see us.
Oh, shoot. That's a BBC for you, ain't it?
Omri, if you hang on there for just a moment, we'll come back to you, because we're going to zip across the other side of America now to Florida, because we've got somebody for you to talk to.
Hey, Mama! Can't see me either, can you?
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mary Martin, of course. Mary, you're welcome to the show.
Hi.
Oh, she's got a word for everything, doesn't she? I'll tell you. Hi, Mama. How you doing? Can you hear us?
Darling, I've been listening to all of the show, and I've been excited. I'm sitting in front of a huge Christmas tree in the hotel on my day off. Ho ho ho! And Terry was so darling to ask me, and thank you for letting me come on, because I am his real mother, and he is my baby boy, no matter what he does. And to Linda and to my daughter-in-law, Mai, sitting in the front row, and all of you there, I want to say, I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I love you.
Mary, we'll come back to you in a second because we're going to zap back to L.A. now, just for a moment, because we've got a relative of yours to meet.
Do I talk to you, my daughter?
Look at that. That's Kelly, your daughter,
She's
Kelly Gray.
gorgeous. Look at that.
Yeah. Kelly Gray, Linda's daughter.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hello, Mother.
Oh, what a surprise.
Look to your left a little bit. We're over here. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Look right there. Yeah.
Oh, you look beautiful.
She sure
This is very
does.
hard.
This is very hard. That's all right. Get used to it. You're next.
Yeah. Are you in show business, Kelly? Is that what you want to do? Go into television?
Eventually, yes, but not right now.
So what are you doing now?
I'm studying fashion design.
Well, your wife ought to be able to help her with that, because Mai does that too,
Sure.
doesn't she? Yeah. Well, look, we wish you, Mary, Omri, and Kelly, a very happy Christmas. And thank you for joining us all the way from...
I'm so excited.
Merry
You look
Christmas.
beautiful.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Omri, and thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Mary.
What a wonderful surprise. Oh, look, they're all over the place now. Hey! Take your glasses off, Mother.
Wouldn't you know he'd tell me what to do? Clear across the country.
Even from thousands of miles different.
Take your glasses off, Mother.
Mary, we wish you a very happy Christmas. Thank you for joining us
Thank
from
you,
Florida.
Terry.
Thank you for making it a happy Christmas Eve.
Go out there and make some more money, Mama. I love working with you.
I love to your lovely wife, Terry.
Oh, that's great, Terry.
Thanks. I hope you enjoyed that. Just our little Christmas surprise for you. And I have another little couple of surprises for you. Yeah. Under our little Christmas tree, we have some gifts.
My daughter.
And that one is for you,
This
Linda.
is for me?
Yes, Linda.
Thank you very
No,
much.
you take
This-
that.
What do I take? This
Yes,
top
you take the
one?
top
Yes?
one.
Oh,
Do we open these
Thank
now?
you.
Yes?
Yes, if you
oh,
would.
thank you.
All right.
Christmas
Do I have
would
to
be
do
Christmas
some
without
wrapping?
presents.
Ladies
It is-
first.
It is Christmas Eve, yeah.
Oh, my daughter, that
The
really
excitement
surprised
of
me.
it
It really took me.
Yes, it's a
I
plain
triumphed
white box.
you. Now, this is sort of...
Oh, it's nice to see your daughter, wasn't it?
Oh, it was...
Christmas.
Oh, well, I say.
I love it. Do I get to model?
Yeah. Oh. Don't bother wrapping them. I'll eat them here. Yes.
It put Valentine's into a cocked
Oh,
hat,
well,
though,
this puts
didn't
Valentine out of business. I have to redo my whole thinking.
it? Larry, let's open yours.
Sorry, I got carried away.
Yes,
there.
it's sort of...
Maybe I could get a new Valentine.
Oh,
I suppose
now.
I could.
There you go.
What a handsome couple we make, darling.
From Luck. I was just there this morning. They got my size finally.
Yeah, well, you got...
Oh,
Now,
that's
on you, that looks good, and on you,
well,
they're going to look sensational.
Now, is this a couple or what?
Oh, I
Do we look
tell
ready?
you.
Well,
Well,
it's
I'm
just...
certainly not going to trade you. That's for damn sure.
Right, you're absolutely right.
It's just our little gesture to thank you very much.
Oh, but wait. it's
We
not
have a little
over.
something for you, old boy.
not over.
No, no, that wasn't part of the deal. No,
No,
honestly.
no, no,
Oh,
no,
yes,
no,
it
it
was.
No,
was.
honestly.
No, no.
No, I didn't give you the...
The BBC paid for it. Don't worry about it.
Just a minute, just a moment.
Oh,
All right. Now, so you didn't know anything about this. He
I
thinks
didn't
he's
know
the
anything
only one
about it.
who's
I honestly
surprised.
didn't know
Yes?
anything about it. Oh. Oh. Look at that.
And look at the bottom. Look at the bottom. Got a
Oh,
little,
it's got a little spur
got a
on
little
it.
spur.
A little spur. Oh, that's tremendous. It's a traditional Texan walking stick, is
Well,
it?
yeah, you have your shillelaghs, and we got
Yeah.
whatever that is. I don't know.
Nobody crossed me tonight. I'll
Not
tell you.
kidding. Not
Okay.
kidding. Now look here.
Oh,
One
great.
more.
That's tremendous. Yeah, while I'm doing this, you could be slipping into that. He's wearing. No, because he's wearing his bowler. He's wearing his bowler hat. And the hell have I got here? Oh my God, it's a Texan. It's a flag of Texas. Yee-haw's upside down. Yee-haw. Yee-haw. It's Jerry Wogan. Merry Christmas.
The city of Dallas.
From
Texas.
Larry and Linda.
Yeah.
Oh, very kind.
Well, I gave you a Texas flag last time. I figure you're bored with that, so we gave you this.
Dallas
The city of
flag.
Dallas. I shall drape it round me and wear
Oh,
it
good. You can
all
wear it, and
Christmas
I'll wear
Day.
my
All right.
garter
I
belt.
will, yeah.
Yeah,
As
I
long
do
as
it
you
all
wear
the
the
time.
bowler hat.
All right.
You
You
know.
got it. I'll wear this all Christmas.
And
yeah.
you know what I'm going to wear, yes.
That's great. Okay.
There's
We
another one.
have a film crew
More.
there.
I did better out of this deal.
Yeah,
than
you
did,
sure
didn't I?
did.
It's fantastic.
Remember what I gave you the last time? Gave him a prairie patty.
I get cat. You
Easy,
gave me.
steady.
You gave it. I'll just get a bit overexcited when it
Yeah, I
comes to
know, I
Christmas.
know. They're going like this quicker. But they don't worry about time.
Oh,
on TV.
look. Oh,
There you go.
be still my beating heart.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll leave this with you. Thank you both very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you.
Thank
Bobby.
you so
Thank you,
much.
my friend. Thank you.
Hey, take a picture there. I got that up. Hey, let's do it. Here we go.
No, wait.
There you go.
That's very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You look good. You look
Great.
good. Thank you. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for your company this Christmas Eve. May all of you and all of us in the show wish you everything you wish for yourselves this Christmas. I'll see you next Monday, live at 7 with my guests. I'm off now to Christmas Eve supper.
Yeah, supper.
Well, yes.
One of those myself.
Yeah, it's the last meal for 10 days that won't be turkey. We even have turkey muesli in our house. Yeah. Do you realize that in another hour and 15 minutes, we'll all be able to say, only another 365 shopping days to Christmas. Happy Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you.